Greetings. Let me share with you how to prepare to manage bleeding that can happen when you plan to resect a large pedunculated polyp with a very thick stalk. These polyps tend to have multiple feeding vessels, and these vessels tend to be large caliber, and you should be prepared to manage bleeding if it were to happen. In this case, I would like to share with you how we managed bleeding that happened, and we were not able to initially control with the use of a hemostatic forceps. For the sake of your time, I tried to inject epinephrine into the base and then resect the polyp in piecemeal. Initially, I tried to use the snare to grasp the entire stalk, but that was technically impossible. And because there were multiple heads, we decided to cut each head separately. So once we cut this head, we noticed brisk bleeding, and as you can see here, this bleeding was pulsatile bleeding, indicating arterial bleeding. Because my setting was already changed to soft coagulation, I used this snare tip to immediately control this bleeding. Although snare tip coagulation is useful, in majority of the small vessel bleeding, it may not work if the caliber of the vessel is a little bit bigger. In that case, you should ask your assistant to give you the hemostatic forceps or coag grasper. So as you can see here, in a very controlled manner, we were able to grasp the vessel, secure hemostasis, because as you can see, the moment we close the jaws of the coag grasper, the bleeding stopped. And you may be wondering what is happening. Despite my settings and applying applying current using the blue pedal, nothing happened. We checked the circuit was functioning well. There was a green light on the Irby machine, but nothing happened. And we also decided to increase the power to 100 watts from 80 watts and an effect of 4, and even then nothing happened. And then we decided that there must be a problem with the coag grasper. This was made by Olympus. I've not had this problem in the last 15-16 years. So we decided to use the Microtech coag grasper, and that was also available on the back table, easily available. So we went for the Microtech coag grasper, and you'll notice what happened with the device. If I didn't have the Microtech grasper and I didn't have another coag grasper, then what I would have done is I would have actually used a resolution clip with the broad blades and close the vessel and apply hemostasis. Because we had the Microtech coagulation grasping forceps, we decided to go with that, and we were able to achieve hemostasis. Here, as you can see, there was prompt coagulation and stopping of bleeding that we would have expected. Then we thought that we may not have achieved what we wanted. So you go back and try to grasp the vessel one more time. Make sure that you applied your tamponade on the vessel as evidenced by the stoppage of bleeding, and then apply coagulation current using soft coagulation mode. I try to pull the vessel out so that my current is limited to the superficial area, and then apply generous amount of soft coagulation to seal the vessel, similar to coaptive coagulation that you use when treating bleeding ulcers. I wanted to share this video so that you are prepared how to deal bleeding when this happens and your instruments don't work. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.